Every day we open a game just for 5 minutes, just to collect a reward, finish a quick task, or check what's new. But 5 minutes become 10, 10 becomes 30. Hours slip away, not because we lost track of time, but because the game designed it that way. From daily logins to limited events, from cooldowns to countdowns, time itself has become the most powerful tool of control. This is how game companies use time, to make us stay, play, and pay. In most modern online games, monthly cards serve as the foundation of a time-binding system, through its low cost and continuous rewards. For instance, in Arknights, players can spend only 30 RMB to receive about 40 Originium, while purchasing the same amount directly would cost 198 RMB. On a psychological level, the threshold for obtaining this reward is extremely low. Players only need to log in to claim them automatically. Through repetitive clicking and collecting, players gradually develop a sense of daily obligation. This routine transforms into a subtle bond that ties the player to the game itself. Some players may argue, I will just log in for 1 minute, collect the rewards and close the game. However, in practice, most players will instinctively go on to complete their daily tasks, further reinforcing this connection. By combining low effort with high rewards, this mechanism fragments a player's time into measurable and manageable units. Limited time events represent another dimension of time mechanics: scarcity. When a game interface displays messages like "only 48 hours left," time itself is transformed into a resource. During these events, players can obtain rewards that are not only more valuable than those from daily tasks but also exclusive. Players are no longer free to manage their own time. Instead, they are pushed into a tightly controlled rhythm. This carefully designed sense of urgency triggers what psychology calls FOMO, the fear of missing out. As a result, developers deliberately place the remaining time in the most prominent position. For example, in Wuthering Waves, the event page permanently displays a large countdown timer. Furthermore, every time players log into the game, various event notifications automatically pop up one after another, forcing them to close each one manually. Not wanting to miss out or fall behind, players willingly adjust their real-world schedules to match the rhythm of the virtual world. The seasonal system reflects the cyclic logic of game time. At the end of each cycle, players' ranking are reset, rewards redistributed, and challenges begin anew. This periodic reset is not a punishment, but rather a psychological renewal mechanism. By periodically refreshing goals, it sustains players' ongoing desire for progress. When a new season begins, players within the same rank return to an equal starting point, a design that stimulates competitiveness and gives everyone the possibility of reaching a higher rank. For example, in Identity V, each season lasts for about 2 months. After the season ends, top players at peak Tier 7 are uniformly reset to Tier 5-2. For these top-tier players, Tier 7 represents the highest level of achievement, where rankings are determined by the number of stars each player possesses. If the ranking system will never reset, the gap in star counts will grow indefinitely, making it nearly impossible for new or middle-level players to catch up. As a result, they might lose motivation and stop investing additional time to improve their rank. Thus, the seasonal reset not only maintains fairness and competitiveness, but also ensures that the time players spend striving for progress continues to renew itself again and again in a perfectly structured loop. The flow of game in virtual games and reality is inconsistent. Designers often apply virtual time systems to reorganize players' sense of rhythm. In The Legend of Zelda, you can choose to sit beside one bonfire to wait till another sunrise or silent evening. 5 seconds in real life, but it is half a day for Link in the virtual world. This kind of time wasting with virtually no cost or pressure gives you the illusion that time isn't important in virtual life. Within a few more minutes will easily add up to an hour, Why not wait until the next task begins? In Jinxin the Naruto Tide of Trails, game designers give you a different interception of time. You can completely manipulate it instead of changing to the simple morning or evening. With a simple flick of the timeline, night instantly turns today to the exact minute you expect. Here, players can finally experience the powers they've never experienced before. At least in this game, you can be the god of the universe, making the sun rise. In contrast, Animal Crossing chooses to synchronize with real time. As seasons change, the game world keeps pace with reality. It gently reminds you reality is still going on. But you are still sitting in front of the screen, fishing and shopping with villagers. Virtual time can be controlled or constrained, but its purpose remains the same, allowing the virtual game rhythm to overlap with the reality. Without viewing the real time, when you start planning your day with daily tasks and marking seasons with version updates, you may already be living on a different schedule, a carefully planned UTC plus game time by the game's designer. The cooldown and the stamina system is the gentlest yet most precise constraint. It also reshapes the player's behavioral rhythm through the waiting of real time. In Arknights, the rate at which your sanity regenerates is strictly controlled. After completing one level, you must wait for your energy to regenerate. This sounds like a resting mechanism. You can rest and shut down your laptop for a while, but actually it's more accurately described as a planned waiting exercise. This is called delayed gratification in psychology, where players might say, I will wait until it's fully replenished before I refresh it again. This interruption builds anticipation for the next level and prevents one-time burnout. And of course you won't shut the game. Of course, the game designers also understand your impatience. That's why it offers an instant complete option. For a small price, you can buy time itself, skipping the waiting time. Here, time is no longer a natural process, but a purchasable and optimizable commodity. This is the attractive part of the delayed gratification. You are made to wait at first and then get excited about no longer needing to wait. Research even found out the skipping option earned $3 billion in 2021. It seemed everyone turned to pay for that and the game company own everything. Players trade time for resources and spend money to skip the waiting time. The brilliance of this logic lies in this. Whether you choose the green or pay, the game companies profit from your time. Designers don't need to force consumption, they simply make you wait just enough to get impatient. In the sophisticated psychology experiments, every wait, every payment, every login is counted, analyzed, and ultimately priced. Game companies don't sell victory, they sell an experience where time is managed just right. And what players pay for isn't just money, but also the illusion of control over their time. Eventually, time completes a perfect cycle within the game. Players are consumed, controlled, and finally unable to let go of the time and money they've invested, unwilling to abandon the game while the game company successfully retains a player.